Hi everyone, and welcome to Group 7's presentation for Marketing Planning and Strategy on the partnership between Foxconn and Apple. Foxconn Technology Group is a tech company founded in Taiwan in 1974 and established a presence in the US in 1985. They are currently the world's largest provider of electronics manufacturing and have been involved in the production of PlayStations, Blackberries, and Xboxes. In 2000, Foxconn developed a partnership with Apple as they were contracted to produce Apple's new iMac laptop, which established a long-term relationship between the two tech giants which still exists today. With Apple's disruptive innovation and Foxconn's manufacturing capabilities, this partnership was largely successful, skyrocketing both of these companies to the top of the tech industry. This can be noted by Apple's huge increase in share price going from 82 cents in 2000 to the staggering $106 it is today. Foxconn's value proposition is simple. They produce consumer electronics, digital content, and technology parts through a low-cost manufacturing model that enables brands to enjoy the lowest total cost possible. They are widely successful in supplying large amounts of electronic products to major tech companies, utilizing economies of scale. Another offering Foxconn supplies, as part of their business model, is production of unbranded electronic products that are sold to multiple distributors. Their main business model, however, is contract manufacturing, the service Apple is using them for. In this process, Apple is able to hire out Foxconn's large production facilities to mass produce their tech products. This reduces costs greatly for Apple as it saves them the cost of building their own facilities, which would require large investment. However, outsourcing their production to Foxconn places some of Apple's production line out of their control. In recent years, there have been a number of breaches in human rights, work health and safety conduct, and this has all been found in Foxconn's manufacturing plants. As a result, Apple has suffered in terms of reputation and public backlash because of their existing partnership with Foxconn.
Apple's major target segments include middle to high socioeconomic status people aged 22 to 25. This segment has the greatest buying power and the ability to afford Apple's high-value products. Another major target segment of Apple, and by extension Foxconn, is students and professionals. These consumers are typically career-oriented individuals who appreciate the premium features offered by Apple. The key behavioural characteristic of this target segment is the loyalist nature of the consumers. This is driven by Apple's unique design features, hooking consumers to continue purchasing with Apple products. As Apple dominates the Western market, consumers also choose to remain with Apple to remain parallel to co-workers and friends. Foxconn's major competitors are Jabil, TDK, Toshiba, Celestica, and NN Labs. Jabil is a technology manufacturing solutions provider company competing in numerous industries from appliances to defense and aerospace. The company's major strength is its focus on employee empowerment and strong organizational culture, unlike that of Foxconn's. TDK is a leading devices and electronic components company specializing in magnetic technology. TDK's primary company strength is its high focus and priority on consumer relations. The company has also taken an aggressive approach to research and development to compete in the industry. Toshiba is a Japanese multinational conglomerate offering products and services including power, social infrastructure, and industrial systems. Their company's strengths include having a large number of patents in the US, being a diversified manufacturer, and having significant revenue spent on research and development. Celestica is a leading company in manufacturing supply chain solutions, design, aftermarket services, and full-scale production. The competitive advantage of the business is that it generates a strong free cash flow, which will be used to develop new products and in-product innovation to hold a competitive advantage over competitors. NN Labs is a producer of semiconductor nanomaterials used in the research and development of certain appliances. The company's major strength is its innovation power, having received 3 small business innovation research contracts and grants from research foundations.
Porter's 5 forces are made up of competitive rivalry, threat of new entrants, threat of substitutes, power of suppliers, and power of customers. Competitive rivalry. So Foxconn has some strong competitors in the industry, forcing them to be extremely price competitive and ensure strict quality standards are followed. Threat of new entrants. Due to the ongoing political tensions between the United States and China, Foxconn faces some threat to their business by American businesses looking to explore options of manufacturing in India instead. Indian billionaire Mukesh Ambani has publicly stated his interest of investing in a large-scale tech manufacturing company, which can compete directly with Foxconn, and may be a safer political decision for American tech companies. Threat of substitutes. Apple is constantly innovating and refreshing their product lineup to stay ahead in the world of tech. Consequently, Foxconn faces little threat of substitute products. Power of suppliers. As Foxconn orders supplies on a massive scale, they have strong bargaining power over their suppliers. Power of customers. Apple, Foxconn's biggest customer, has huge bargaining power over Foxconn. As Apple is one of the world's largest tech companies, they are a huge source of income for Foxconn. The decisions that Apple make have the ability to have huge impacts on Foxconn's operations. Due to the scale at which Foxconn operates, it's in a unique brand positioning where they're able to stay at an extremely competitive price, yet still maintain the high quality of standards given by their customers like Apple. Their marketing capabilities are strong as they are an industry leader. Tech companies can trust Foxconn because they deliver with reliability and punctuality to their customers. Foxconn is in an interesting situation where they're able to innovate purely because of the decisions made by the large tech companies across the world, like Apple. At the same rate Apple innovates, Foxconn evolves as they manufacture those new products.
Foxconn's internal problems and threats. Foxconn has a lot of internal problems, of which in hand Apple suffered because of their major partnership with this company. Foxconn's enormous Longhua plant is a major manufacturer of Apple products in China. Foxconn wants employees to be highly skilled in the workforce with a return of incredibly low labor costs. As a Bloomberg article on Apple supplier workers identified wages costs to be around 4,000 yen a month, which in round is $2 an hour, with hiring agencies sometimes refusing to let contract employees quit, withholding their full salaries if they insist on leaving. Additionally, employees are subject to harsh working environments, with the standard working day to be 12 hours long in the iPhone assembly line sectors. As employees are forced to handle hazardous materials such as chemicals without using any safety equipment, of which clearly violates US Occupational Safety and Health Administration Code of unprotected workers and open chemical spillage. Foxconn is said to be described as sweatshops by its employees, as its living conditions of workers are also a major internal problem, of up to 8 workers sharing a cramped dorm room and improper sanitation of workers not being able to shower for days. Foxconn internal problems all violate Apple's supplier code of conduct of safe and fair working conditions, of which clearly Foxconn does not follow. A major threat towards Foxconn occurred in 2010 of intense media coverage was brought to consumers' attention of assembly line workers committing suicide in displays of desperation and in protest of their working conditions. In response, according to Apple's progress report in 2011, Apple developed standards and started audits, threatening to pull businesses from those who afloat labor laws. However, the large scale of Apple's supply chain makes the monitoring and enforcement of those standards very difficult.
Foxconn faces immense challenges with the conflict that they are experiencing with their largest customer, Apple. Conflict resolution is a common tactic for businesses to engage in. Foxconn could engage Apple with discussions on how they can negotiate terms for their future partnership to resolve current conflicts, and also ensure that the partnership is strengthened for future endeavours. Another action is internal audit of current operations. Foxconn may consider a complete audit of their current day-to-day operations and working conditions. Through this, they would be able to not only solve current issues they face, but also reduce the likelihood of future issues arising internally and externally. Albeit effective, this action is extremely costly and time-consuming, meaning that Foxconn would have to make a significant investment for no guarantee of a profitable outcome. Through these actions, Foxconn will be able to deal with the existing and potential challenges that they would face both with Apple and any other partnerships they look to acquire for the future.